First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to you, Akim and you, Aqua, that believe in all sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled Humility. What inspired me to do this lesson was something that transpired Friday, at the plantation. And I was pondering on it, because it was pretty significant. And basically, the foreman gives a speech, if you will, every morning before we go out and handle our task for the day. And, as usual, he asks who, had anything to say, after his speech. And the Spirit just hit me to speak about humility, and, we know that Yahweh Shem Shai gets the praise and the glory. We are just, vessels, to do his will. And when we come into the knowledge, we learn to have humility, to not think of ourselves more than what we ought to think, but to be modest. And so I relayed that message, about humility, learning from one another, whether you're a journeyman or an apprentice, that's the structure in the union. All right. But that could get to some men's heads, that they went to school or they got a, certification, or they got different certs, and as the scriptures say, knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. And so the Spirit hit me to speak about humility, to not think of, yourself better than anyone, but to learn from all men, to help each other, to develop a support system, because nobody comes through for men. And this is the message that I relayed, after the foreman was speaking. So, what was interesting is that, it went, after I finished speaking, it went quiet. It was like dead silence, and even afterward, when we broke off into our certain tasks, everyone was just kind of looking at me, and it made me understand that people don't think about humility. They don't ponder on it, and us that have come into the faith, we know that, as the scriptures say, why is earth and ashes proud? Pride is not meant for us men. Okay, seeing as that, we are in this corruptible flesh, and ultimately we need Yahweh Shem Shai. So I want to speak on humility. This is Ecclesiasticus 13:20. As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. And some of the men that were privy to that conversation, that had heard what I said, that they kind of were looking at me a certain type of way. And it was very odd. It was very strange to see how, many people, how they were affected by hearing the word humility, So it says, as the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. Right. Rich people, they hate to be around poor people. They're bougie. And that's the opposite of humility, having that uppity, high and mighty spirit, So let's get, before we go any further, let's just get this word real fast. A simple definition will suffice.
Humility.
A modest or low view of one's own importance, humbleness. And I thought that was very interesting, how it really impacted the men at work, that word. But here's some of the synonyms: modesty, humbleness, modestness, meekness, lack of pride, lack of vanity. You see, lack of pride. And people are bred to have pride for their last name, or have pride for their race, but in all actuality, we're supposed to be modest, humble, have humility, have a low view of our own importance, man. I mean, scriptures speak about esteeming the next man. And that breeds peace, that brings contentment, around men. Okay. This is Proverbs 18:12. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. You see, so before, someone is destroyed, really, they're really haughty, in the mind, they really doing the most. Okay. And before honor is humility, right? Before you're honored, hey, you got to have humility. You may even be humiliated. You have to go through the trenches to really get recognition. And that's in everything, every facet of life. You start from the bottom to get to the top. This is Proverbs 15:33. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. See, so, the first thing to be accepted of the Lord is to have fear. Okay, so The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, right? It's wise to fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It says, and before honor is humility. Yeah, before you're honored, you got to learn humility. That's the instruction. That's how you come in this truth. Opposite of you Christians. A lot of Christians they support their church like it was the best organization on the earth, and if you're not a part of it, you just they're just refuse to dialogue. It's very, very strange, the spirit that they have. Okay, this is Proverbs 22:4. By humility and the fear of Yahweh are riches and honor and life. You see, by humility and fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai are riches and honor and life. See, the Lord always can deal with the man that has humility, because he can be taught. He can see his error and grow and really examine, and therefore you're able to bestow riches, honor, and life. This is Zephaniah 2:3, going down the line. Seek ye Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness, and maybe ye shall be hid in the days of Yahweh's anger. You see? So, us that have come into this knowledge, man, we hope to be the meek of the earth. Okay? And that's the word, humility, when you look it up right here. Ainah.
Strong's H 6035. Anav. Second entry. Anav.
Seek ye Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger. So all those that have come back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, it may be that you may be hid in the day of the Lord's anger, man. Okay? Because that's the spirit that the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai requires, man. A broken, contrite spirit, knowing you need Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, knowing that you're in this flesh, knowing that we at times go off, you bring forth the judgment. You bring forth the spirit to the Lord into the world by his teaching, by him supping with you and showing it to others, man. Hey, the Lord will reward you with what? To be hid in that day. This is Acts 20:19. Serving the Lord with all humility of mind and with tears and temptations which befell me by the lying in wait of the Jews. Okay, but the part I want to get is the beginning. Serving the Lord with all humility of mind and with many tears and temptations, man. You see, humility of mind, tears, temptations, man. What kind of a journey does a man could possibly be going through if he's serving the Lord with humility of mind, with many tears and temptations, man? He has no room for pride. Unlike what happened at the plantation, it was like everyone's just kind of like turned their nose up after they heard that, to have humility, man. But see us, we serve the Lord with humility of mind, with many tears and temptations, man. It goes hand in hand. Like being humility, you gonna be tempted. You don't think you better than none. They gonna want to try you. You also might be going through different trials and tribulations, different things. Tempting you to fall away. Okay, you might shed some tears in this knowledge. I mean, the Spirit had me, ponder on how, you can go through anything in this life, in your journey, but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai will ultimately be with you. Okay, he's with us, man. What does it say in Romans? I want to say the 8th chapter. Nothing. What can separate us from the love of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man? Okay, 1 Peter 5:5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another and be clothed with humility. You see, even in this truth, there's order, right? The younger, they submit themselves to the elder, kind of like the apprentice and the journeyman structure, in the union. But hey, at the same time, be subject one to another, man. People in the world, they get so caught up on titles and how much money they make and their status and what they own and what they got, that they forget to be clothed with humility. All right, that they were at once apprentice, and whether you be in a position or you be new, it's kind of like apprentice and journeyman type of relationship. in this thing, you know, with the younger and the elder. But hey, all of us have to be clothed with humility, man. That's how the Lord operates. Where the Most High resisteth the proud and giveth grace to the humble. Okay, because the Lord sees proud, and the Lord does not dealing with pride. The scriptures say the Lord dealing with the proud. Roughly paraphrasing, afar off. Okay, He knows the proud, but afar off. The Lord really ain't dealing with the proud person, man. But He gives a grace to the humble. When you have humbleness, humility of mind, that the Lord He'll sup with you. He'll give you favor. That's what you want. You always want to have favor, the Spirit to be on you, blessings. You know, to be able to continue to strive in this ministry. Okay, so I just wanted to bring this up. You know, through the Spirit. You know, as I mentioned at the beginning, it was very strange to see how after, you know, I mentioned humility in the Spirit, Jake lost it. You know, Jake was just really just looking around like really like it made them really uncomfortable. You know, and it just goes to show that people operate in pride. You know, they're confident in a plain way. You know, but we must operate in humility. You know, because that's how the Lord's going to deal, man. We always have to recognize when we go off, you know, or have a low, as it says here, a modest or low view of one's own importance, man. You know, yeah, we special, but, you know, you can't be playing like you God's gift to earth, man. You know, and sometimes, man, we having that spirit, so, you know, we got to be checking that, man. So, Lord willing, you were edified. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rokakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to you, Akim, and you, Ak, but they believe in all sincerity. Shalom.